Hi guys, we are here to talk about Savage City by Robert Earl. Um, I've read this novel just yesterday. I finished just yesterday. This is probably one of my fastest books I've read in recent times because I've read in 2 days. Monday I read around 108 pages, and yesterday I read 145, which to me, probably to most my viewers, is not that much, but to me it's very, very good. And usually I read 50 to 60 pages per day, so yeah. What can I say about this book? Well, this is the last book in the series. This series I started reading this series back in 2010. There are only 3 books. Unfortunately, I read all the stuff in between. The first one is Burning Shore, the second one is called Wild Kingdom, and the third one is Savage City. What's more interesting here is that Bordeleaux takes a bit of a path within the books. The first one is all the 3 books are focused on the 2 main characters, Florin and his manservant called Lorenzo. In the first novel, they go to Lustria, the continent where the whole world is recently discovered, like they did back by the Portuguese and Spanish and so on. And the second novel focus on ogre kingdoms. Okay, so Florin in that novel is trying to find a girl called Katarina, which has been lost for some time, and they bring her back with her saber-tooth friend, a big cat, saber-tooth, and her lover Sergei. In the third novel, they are back in Bretonia, their homeland, where they are going on their business, a bit a stretch calling business, not that lawful business, but Katarina is now married to Sergei. They married in the last novel, and but he has a Strigani, so her family don't want her to be married to Strigani, but because they want to marry to another noble, so they can have more power and so on. So all of this book, basically the first half, is this clash between Katarina and her mother, and the rest of the family. And then the second half is the revenge of Katarina, because I'm going to give spoilers, but I don't know if I'm going to give that much spoilers because it's in the back cover. It says here that with the untimely and suspicious death of her husband Sergei, however, Katarina reverts to her savage ways, and Florin and Lorenzo in tow sets out to tear the town of Bordeleaux apart in their quest for vengeance. So basically, Sergei is killed by Skaven, and she believes that's foul play, because in the next day she's marrying a noble, and so they believe there's some kind of as you can say, foul play there. So the second part of the novel is her interaction, interesting with the lady from Bretonia, and the revenge on the people who killed Sergei. Although this is some kind of spoiler, she didn't really revenge, because the 2 bad people, it's her mother and the house, the father of her betrothed, and they both live. in the end. So I don't know if this was to be part of a series, to a fourth novel or so on, but it didn't happen. I know this book is from 2005. I don't know why it didn't happen. We all know that Black Library focus more on Warhammer 40k and less on fantasy. They don't really care about fantasy. I didn't read anywhere that this was a trilogy. This was a series, so probably Robert Earl had intention to write a fourth novel, but they didn't write. What are my thoughts? Okay, so this is a fast-paced novel, no doubt. I really enjoy reading again about Florin and Lorenzo, mostly Lorenzo and Katarina, to be quite honest. Lorenzo is very, very funny kind of guy, and Katarina is really a perfect girl, if you wish. She's a bit of animal since she lived in the Ogre Kingdoms and was taught by animals and so on. So Roberto here did something that I really enjoy, and I'm really can praise him that he didn't mind killing characters, in this case Sergei, which is her lover, and the cat Sabretooth. One of my problems with most fantasy novels and so on, and not fantasy novels but every kind of novels, that most authors don't like to kill the animals. I don't know why. They don't have no problem killing people, but it seems animals are an exception. And so Robert Earl didn't have the problem making you feel love between Katarina and Sergei and then kill it. And then the same with the cat. I was rooting for the cat, and the cat died. It made me upset. It made me a bit sad, but that's life. And to me, this is the part I love on Black Library series, is that the characters you praise, you really love, they are not safe. They can die. And when I feel that, I honestly I'm inclined to love the book more, because I really despise series where okay, that character will not ever to die. So no matter the danger he or she is, that in the end they will come through. So I really can praise Robert Earl for this. It's interesting conclusion of the series. I'm really sad that this series ended like this, because Robert Earl went where other authors don't go, like Lustria or Ochre Kingdoms and Bretonia, which is until now it was the first novel I believe that was set in Bretonia. Probably there were a couple of others afterwards called Knights of Bretonia, I believe, a duology by Anthony Reynolds, but mostly the novels are centered in the Empire. Brian Craig also wrote outside of Empire, and so when Border Prince, for example, and so on. So Araby is an Extalia. So it was very interesting to see this. I can give high praise for this novel. Unfortunately, as I said, the fourth novel or the conclusion will never exist, because I want to see more about the ending, if you will, ending of her revenge, unless what I said, her mother didn't die, but the other guy died. Okay, sorry, I misspoke yesterday before. Yeah. So what I can say, I didn't enjoy it. Well, the love interest in these stories is Sergei and Katarina, as you said. Then he dies. A day later, she marries another guy, and then Florin and Lorenzo save them. Then it's she really loved Sergei, so there is a bit space there of time, and she falls in love with Soha, which to me was very fast and not natural. But as of 250 pages, there were a month interval. Maybe I can believe that the action, the fear can make you feel something different. I don't know. Okay, to me, that's it.